Tom, Avi, and Jarry cartoon video script. Tom, the ever-determined but ultimately hapless cat. Jarry, the clever, quick-witted mouse. Spike, the gruff bulldog, a frequent antagonist to Tom. Scene opens in a cozy living room. Sunlight streams through a window. Tom is asleep on a plush armchair, snoring gently. Jarry peeks out of his mouse hole, sees Tom, and grins. Jarry, whispering, "It's finally quiet. A perfect day for a snack." Jarry scurries out of his hole and heads towards the kitchen. He sees a delicious-looking slice of Swiss cheese on the counter. He grabs a piece and starts to nibble. Suddenly, a loud crash comes from the living room. Tom, startled, falls off the armchair and lands with a thud. He looks around, dazed, and then his eyes land on Jarry. Tom, his eyes narrow. "Jarry?" Jarry, seeing Tom, quickly swallows the cheese and darts back towards his hole. Tom chases after him, but Jarry is too fast. He slips into his hole just as Tom's paw slams against the wall. Tom, frustrated, starts to scheme. He grabs a hammer and a few nails from a toolbox. He plans to nail the mouse hole shut. Jarry, inside his hole, hears the hammering. He peeks out and sees Tom. He giggles and comes up with a plan of his own. Jarry grabs a small spring from a toy car and attaches it to the inside of the door of his hole. He then waits for Tom to get close. Tom finishes nailing the hole shut and smiles triumphantly. He turns to leave when suddenly the door of Jarry's hole springs open and a tiny boxing glove on a spring pops out and punches him in the nose. Tom yelps in pain. Ouch. Tom clutches his nose, which is now red and swollen. Jarry peeks out of his hole, laughing hysterically. Tom, enraged, starts to chase him again. Jarry runs through the house with Tom hot on his heels. Jarry slides under a rug, and Tom, not seeing him, trips over the rug and crashes into a vase of flowers. Water and flowers splash all over him. Tom, sputtering, Jarry. Jarry, now safe on a high shelf, watches Tom in his soggy misery. He laughs even harder. Tom, drenched and angry, looks for a new way to catch Jarry. He sees a ladder and climbs up to the shelf where Jarry is. But Jarry, being the clever mouse he is, sees a string attached to the ladder. He pulls it and the ladder collapses. Tom falls with a crash, landing in a laundry basket. Jarry, now on the floor, sees a piece of string and a balloon. He ties the string to the balloon and fills it with water. He then lets it go. The balloon flies through the house and lands on Spike's head. Spike, who was taking a nap, wakes up with a start. Spike growls. "Who did that?" Spike, thinking it was Tom, sees the wet Tom in the laundry basket. He growls and chases after him. Tom runs for his life, with Spike hot on his heels. Jarry, now with a smile, grabs a piece of cheese from the counter and heads back to his hole, humming a happy tune. He closes the door of his hole just as Spike crashes into the wall. A few inches from the hole, Spike growls. "I'll get you, cat." Tom, now hiding behind a curtain, peeks out and sighs in relief. Jarry, inside his hole, takes a bite of his cheese and smiles. Jarry, to himself, "Ah, a perfect end to a perfect day."